All right, so I wanted to wait for the reactions of everybody and everything after the Usyk fight and the Tyson Fury versus Usyk 2 fight. I wanted to just kind of wait to see, wait on everything to kind of play out before I gave my. I mean, obviously, the fight was what it was. I want to talk about the strategy. I want to talk about the reactions, right? But I also want to go and kind of look back leading up to this point, how we got here, and some of the controversy regarding some of you know what I mean. Now that the dust is kind of settled, I think that Tyson Fury's career is in its twilight. I'm pretty sure he's gonna retire. Usyk said he wants to fight more, so we'll see how that looks. But fight, right? The styles of the fight were, I mean, it was essentially it happened how I figured it would happen in the rematch. Usually, people kind of do something different in the beginning, but at the end of the day, people are gonna go back to doing what they always do, right? So Tyson Fury, he started in the beginning of the fight. He started coming forward. He had a bit of a different style where he was boxing behind his high guard. His jab was stiffer. He squared up a little bit more so that way he could let both hands go. And he had that high guard up, and he was kind of trying to walk him down, right? Which is exactly what you're supposed to do against a Usyk. That's exactly what you're supposed to do against an elite fighter. That when you're the bigger man, you have to walk people down a little bit because you want to have more space behind you. You want to have your back towards the middle of the ring, so that way you can have space to move should you need to move if he rush you or something like that. So he had his high guard up. He used his stiff jab. He did what he was supposed to do, right? But then the game plan started to kind of wither a little bit because at the end of the day, Tyson Fury, he likes to box kind of slick. He likes to move. That's just what he likes to do. And at one point in time, he was working Usyk's body. He was going to his body so much that he was giving Usyk some trouble. You know what I mean? And it was honestly looking like he could have honestly got Usyk out of there, because Usyk, when he fought Daniel Dubois, right? This is a controversial situation because Daniel Dubois knocked him out with that body shot. They said and then he tried to play like it was a low blow. But Eastern European fighters have pretty much always been pretty weak to the body. I don't know if it's genetics. I don't know what it is, but they've always been weak to the body, right? If you look at the Devin Haney-Lomachenko fight, Devin Haney was sustaining a body attack, and Lomachenko didn't like that, right? Usyk goes down to the body against Dubois, right? It's just always kind of been that way for Eastern European fighters. Even when David Haye fought that 7-foot dude, you know what I mean? He was socking him out, but he was digging to the body as well. That's what broke him down. So, you know what I mean? That body attack Tyson Fury was sustaining on Usyk was definitely paying his dividends. But then, I don't know if he got hit with a punch. I don't know if he just lost confidence in his game plan because it was a new strategy and he didn't like some of the new punch. Because when you show a different look, you welcome in different types of shots, right? And when Usyk started landing that left hand, it started to just kind of siphon away the confidence that Tyson Fury had built up in the first 4 rounds. All of the judges had it 8-4, which I could see because the game plan started to change around the middle rounds. And then after that, Usyk just started to do what he does. But I remember when everybody was saying Tyson Fury was the greatest heavyweight of all time. I remember when Shakur Stevenson said he would beat Muhammad Ali because of his size, because of all of this stuff, right? And I was never fully sold on Tyson Fury. Because remember, this dude, bro, he got an extended count in the Deontay Wilder fight when he got knocked out. And the ref literally sat there and counted for like 20 seconds. And everybody just took it and was like, oh, whatever, right? He got caught. He got caught drug cheating. And he said that it was wild boar testicles, right? He said that he ate wild boar testicles. That's why he popped for PEDs. Like, these guys have had so much mystery in their history, yet old media was trying to push them and be like, oh yeah, like ESPN and all them people that were championing Tyson Fury. He's been an ESPN fighter pretty much forever. I remember when he was pretty much on the brink of taking his own life, and he came back to the sport. And when he came back to the sport, they were like, oh, finally we have our new white hope that we can push, you know what I mean, in the heavyweight division. Because I remember it was solely dominated. Pretty much, it was just you had Anthony Joshua that was at the top of his game. You had Deontay Wilder at the top of his game. You had Andy Cruz kind of showed up out of nowhere, did his thing. Usyk was a cruiserweight. He was a smaller guy. and he campaigned at heavyweight. So there wasn't too much going on heavyweight wise. There was, but there wasn't as far as something that ESPN would be proud of. It was pretty much PBC and DAZN running the heavyweight show. But then here comes Tyson Fury. He comes back from retirement, and he kind of has a new chip on his shoulder. He's winning fights. He's doing this thing right. But there was still mystery and controversy in his history, right? So now, when he fought Deontay Wilder, he barely. I mean, again, they extended the count. He got up. He was knocked out. Everybody gives him praise for getting up, but nobody gives him praise for that extended count. You know what I mean? Some people, they bring it up, but for the most part, yeah, it's not really talked about. You know what I mean? Then you got with the Usyk situation where, man, I'm not gonna lie, he got knocked out by Daniel Dubois with that body shot, man. You know what I mean? And then they said it was a low blow. They gave him so much. Like, he had the full 5 minutes to recover. He ends up winning the fight, and everybody was just like, "Yo, what the like?" It was on the belt line, and it was not a nut shot for him to be acting like that. You know what I mean? But people gave him the benefit of the doubt because Usyk is not a guy who talks too much. He won. Oh, he's gotten the public opinion on his side because he's a chill guy, kind of like Jokic. Where I like Jokic, he balls hard, but he has a lot of haters because he's just a chill guy. You know what I mean? But he also has a lot of benefit of the doubt when it comes to certain situations because he's a chill guy. So it's one of those situations, right? Fast forward now to Usyk getting the W over Anthony Joshua twice. Tyson Fury, the first fight, and now the second fight. They have to give Usyk his flowers, because I remember during those times where they were saying Tyson Fury this, Tyson Fury that, and I wasn't sold on him. I was watching Usyk do his thing because I got put on to Better Biev. And I saw Better Biev in Usyk fight, and Better Biev lost to Usyk because Usyk was just a better man. And considering how skillful and strong Better Biev is, and how skillful Usyk has to be and was, I was like, no, there's no way. You know what I mean? This guy, he's the truth, man. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of the time, they try to promote some of these Eastern European guys and stuff like that, just in sports and stuff, and they don't really be like that. Some of them do, but not all of them. This guy, he's really like that. Now, I'm glad to see Shakur and company giving Usyk his flowers now. And I hope to see, we'll see. I don't know if he's gonna fight like a Martin, like a Bacoli, or even a Jared Anderson. Like, I don't know what kind of competition he's gonna fight. But I think that the future is bright for him. He said he still wants to fight. He's still very skillful. But the last reason why I was never sold on Tyson Fury, and I forgot to mention this, is because he fought Francis Ngannou and he damn near lost. Like, he was getting beat over or matter of fact, he was getting beat over the head. He was getting clapped by Ngannou. Like, bro, Francis Ngannou clapped him over the top of his head, right? And had him dazed, and he was dribbling him all night. And somehow, some way, right? Oh, my bad. I was like, man, I feel like I was gonna lose, or not gonna lose. I was gonna sneeze. Oof. Oh, man. But yeah, no, I don't know how he even won when the whole time he was literally just surviving. Like, bro, how you get he was getting socked out, getting walked down, all this type of stuff, and he still somehow wins the fight. And again, that was when people were like, man, boxing is corrupt, boxing is janky. You know what I mean? I was never sold on Tyson Fury, ever, because he's one of those guys that always just escaped. It was never really a decisive victory with him. You know what I mean? The second Deontay Wilder fight, that's another story. He definitely did win. He definitely did cook. But throughout most of his career, his fights were never overly decisive. A lot of his stuff was just narrative being pushed. You know what I mean? He was just being championed as that guy, but I'm like, I'm not seeing it. But now I'm glad that, you know, they finally allowed Usyk to cook, got the decision, did his thing, and it was official. You know what I mean? It was official. So anyways, you guys leave your thoughts on the fight. Leave your thoughts on Tyson Fury. Were you sold on him? Did you believe him to be the next White Hope? Did you believe him to be the next, you know, Muhammad Ali, whatever, whatever? Did you believe in that or not?